Time now for Utah's most accurate forecast with Cesar Cornejo, weather rate certified 10 years in a row.
Okay, welcome back, Cesar. Last time I checked, we're less than 3 weeks to Christmas. I'm wondering when the snow is going to come. We're going to get rain at least anytime soon?
Nick, we're actually posed to get some rain and even some possible snow later on in the work week. But if you're a little, impatient for it, well, you could head up to the higher elevations, places like Alta, Snowbird. The resorts definitely have snow. You can get a little bit of a taste of that. Photo John sent this one in. Not sure if that's just a nickname, but John, beautiful picture out there. And luckily for us, what we can expect to see in the valleys if we're not trying to make that kind of a trip, well, okay, again, the clear air returns. We do have a changing pattern, so we're no longer going to see that inversion get the chance to set up, and then we'll see wet weather ahead, and we finally start to feel more like December. But again, the big story here is not seeing that layer of gunk hanging around the Wasatch Front. Much clearer conditions here, not as bad air quality-wise, as well as we continue to see that cold front now leaving towards our east, but we have the making of our next system over towards the Pacific Northwest. That'll start to move on inland. You can already see how it's somewhat dipping down towards the Beehive State, and that's going to be the flow and condition that we expect to see. But luckily, air quality will remain on the great side for us as we continue to just see clearing air and cooler temperatures as well. Looking at futurecasts, while we stay dry for the overnight hours, then we start to see that system moving in, and by the time we get towards Monday afternoon, we can start to see some snow and rain over towards the Cache Valley, a little bit of some activity happening for eastern Nevada, parts of the Wasatch Front into the evening and overnight hours, continues to move into central Utah, maybe even a few showers towards parts of the higher elevation for eastern Washington County and southeast Utah as well. But then by the time we get to Tuesday, it starts to dry out towards the evening time frame. How much are we expected to see in rain? Well, we can expect to have a little bit of some accumulation. Not going to be a real soaker, but in general, not bad because we haven't seen this activity in so long. So as we look at this active streak, we'll see we have another pattern moving into Wednesday, and then by Thursday, we have a deeper system that'll move in, and that will really bring in the colder temperatures as well as we head into the weekend. So that's something to look forward to, and just look how steep of a drop it is going to Thursday and Friday, well below average after finally seeing no longer any more 50s in our forecast. Once again, once we take a look at the regional forecast for tonight and tomorrow, chillier overnight, and temperatures will only be in the 40s and some 50s and 60s for our daytime highs tomorrow. St. George's 7-day forecast, one area where we'll still see the 60s hanging around for tomorrow, and then the 50s throughout the rest of the weekend. Some rain and even possible snow mixing in for the lower elevations with a few flakes by Friday morning with that colder air. Wasatch Front, we're expecting to see that wet pattern really continue for us, holding on throughout the weekend. We can really expect to see a much nicer system for Thursday and Friday for us.